Well, hello, Morenci. So today we're going to be working on a project for the track team. They need a pole vault storage system. In particular, the poles need to be stored for transport or at away games and here at the school. And they're big and long, so we can't exactly shove a giant thing under the bus. So we're going to have to come up with a system that will allow us to set up in multiple different locations and still carry all the poles effectively, or at least hold them. And so the original idea was to come up with sort of an A-frame system like this. It ended up looking sort of kind of like a swing set, maybe a little brace across here, and then have a bunch of hooks coming down like this. And we would probably have a piece going around here like this, and this would be hinged. And that this would be a good way of holding the poles, which again are very long. The problem with this is it is not particularly storable under a bus. Now, a bus does have quite a bit of storage space underneath the seating. However, it is broken up into these portions that are only like 3 or 4 foot wide. And although you can get something all the way across the width of the bus, there's usually a pole or some sort of rod or something in the way that makes it so it's difficult sometimes to push something large all the way into a bus. So you have to find a way to get around that. So this idea is straight out. Now, the track coach wants something that he can also hang up on the wall to provide semi-permanent storage here at the football field, at the track field as well. So we're going to have to come up with something that meets both requirements, portable and permanent. So, this is an okay idea, but I think we can do better. And one of the ideas I was discussing with a student earlier was this idea of making smaller A-frames, which looks sort of kind of like ladders, really. And again, have hooks coming down the sides, just like this. Still have a hinge here so you can fold it up, and we'd probably have a hook on our wall back here, which would have a hook here that you could just drop this onto, and that would work great. The problem is that this is too narrow. If I put a pole here, then the pole could just sort of be knocked right off and be way too easy to knock off. So what we really need, maybe a couple of these. So So here are a couple notes here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what a couple of these things, what I would think a couple of them would probably work better than a single one. So again, we have our ladder system here. And we just make this out of 1-inch square tube or maybe even angle iron. Doesn't need to be much. Alright, so now we have two of these with hooks. Coming down again to grab onto the poles. And what we can do is we can put a pole across both of them. So if these hooks are at the same height on the structure, then they will allow us to carry the pole across multiple structures. And then we can still hang these up on the wall and put them under a bus. All right. And then finally, I did have one last idea about this. So instead of using hooks, we could maybe attach through grommets or pop rivets or something, Velcro straps. And Velcro straps are a cool idea because you just sort of hold the pole in place, throw the strap over it, it holds the pole while you need it, and then when you want to transport it or you want to put this thing up against a wall, it lays flat. Alright, now unfortunately I'm not sure how tall these things can be or what the sizes are because again we would need to size that based on the interior of the bus storage system. So we'd have to look at that, and I've got my student doing that because, well, it's his project really. But I think this is a good idea. If you happen to have anything better, by all means let me know and we might end up using that instead. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. My name is Mr. Hilpert. If you like this, go ahead and like and subscribe over here. Watch other videos in this sort of area. And of course, leave your comments and ideas below so that we can keep doing this. Have a great day, guys.